Alright guys, so I went ahead, bent this guy up thinking it would be a great little fix. Having a little hard line in here would be really nice, so you step on it, you're not going to squish it. Ran into an issue with it. I'll show you right now what I'm talking about. I was able to get it through the hole that I drilled. Obviously I had to get it very carefully in there. Now the problem comes into play right underneath here. Wasn't able to push it in any further because of this bar. I'm not able to just slide it in. So even if I was able to notch that and get that in there, I'd still have some issues trying to get it back here, okay? So to solve that problem, go ahead and use some of this plastic tubing, okay? What's nice about this is I can, instead of going straight into here, I can push it tight against this lip right here and actually make it fit a little nicer in there to where the carpet won't have a big hump, okay? Secondly, obviously it fit in there, but secondly, you know, I could just shape it any direction that I want to go, so it's not going to interfere with any of those bolts. So I think this is a better solution. I just need to get some sort of attachment hook or something that I can attach it down without putting holes through the floor, just until I get the I guess the flooring put in. And then back here, do the same thing. Just figure out how to get it attached over here until I can get all the carpet in there. I think after I drill the hole in this corner and slide it in, I think that's going to help hold it in that position. So I think this is a better solution. I'm going to go ahead and finish drilling that side. Okay, I didn't actually video drilling this. I didn't think you guys wanted to watch that, but you know, it was pretty much a pain. I might video that side, so we'll see. So at this point, I just need to notch this corner section so that can slide in and finish that side. Alright guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of Off Axis Builds. I changed the plan on the electrical routing underneath the seats. You saw in the last video, I was trying to make a metal pipe fit underneath the seat. You know, I had this nice little bent piece of metal. It just wasn't going to fit underneath the seat, so I changed the plan to go with this 1-inch plastic tubing. It can form really easy, bend around things. This just worked out a little bit better to go underneath the seat rails. So anyways, this video is going to be installing this guy, finish drilling out some parts to get the tubing to the back section underneath that back tray, I guess, or compartment that I built. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on here, and remember guys to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that little bell for upcoming notifications. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. Alright guys, so now that I got the holes drilled through the seat mounts on both sides, I gotta figure out how to get it through the carpet here. Probably shouldn't have put the carpet in so soon, but I'll have to work around that. So I think what I'm gonna do is just cut the carpet nice and clean around there, and then I'll drill or just try to, I don't know, sawzall it out, something to trim it out. Not going to be a big deal because the carpet will come up and over and hide most of that. It's going to come up onto here. I will not be putting carpet onto here, so this will be all painted, but carpet will come up and over this. So let's go ahead and see what we need to do. See if I can peel that back and drill it, cut it, whatever has to happen. All right, so that didn't turn out too bad. I had to start the hole from inside there, reach through with the drill, come back this way. And then once I got it bored out enough, I could actually fit this guy through. The carpet fits it nice and tight. I'm not too worried about that because there will be some carpet buildup here that's going to come up and over all this and hide all of that. So I think all in all, it turned out all right. You know, obviously, I probably didn't need it on the passenger side, but it gives me the option to bring electricity up someplace if I want to later on. And best yet, it's going to be underneath all the carpet anyways. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and finish up that side. And I think this project's done. Alright guys, so now that I got this tube underneath the back section, next part is to make my floorboards match. So I have to drill a hole into here, actually a big notch, so that this can run up underneath, okay, cleanly up underneath. So I can get electrical up into here and then up into my dash. So next step is to notch both baseboards, I guess, or I don't know what you want to call those things, floorboards. So let's get those things notched. All right. Okay. Alright guys, so the tubing that I'm using is roughly about 1 inch in diameter, okay? So what I need to do is take the measurement over here to figure out how high 1 inch is, okay? And then from there I need to come straight over, make the top of the arch, and then I will be notching all of that out because I want this to sit flat on the ground, okay? So what I'll probably do is find out the arch. I'll drill a hole with I don't have it up right now, but with a hole saw, I'll just go straight on through, and then I'll just cut it down with a sawzall or a skill saw and just get a nice straight edge. So that's my plan. I'm not worried about having this big notch in there because, like I said before, I'm going to have carpet coming up and over. I'll have insulation, all of it. You won't even notice it's there when I'm all said and done. So let's go ahead and find out where 1 inch is roughly off of this. Now I will need to put it on the ground and get a measurement on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get it on the ground and see what we have. I went ahead and put it on my washing machine here so I can get a little bit better view for you guys. So there's 2 inch spacers underneath here. When I push down tight, that's where it's going to sit. All this is going to be pushed down tight. So I want to take actually I'm going to go 1 1/4 up because I want a little clearance for it so it's not so completely tight and I can kind of move it around a little bit. So roughly 1 1/4 is going to be somewhere in here. Let's go ahead and get some weight on there and get some measurements. Okay. All right, so I'm looking at 4.5 inches, okay? I'm gonna kind of come over here and mark 4.5 inches. It is 4.5. So 4.5. 4.5, and now that's going to be the top of the arch, okay? That'll give me about an 1/8 inch clearance all the way around, so it won't be tight against this. I can push it down and get a nice compression on it. We'll go ahead and get the other one marked out, 4.5. All right, guys, so I could not find an 1.25 inch hole saw in my garage. I have 1 inch, I have 1.5. Couldn't find 1.25 inch. Not a big deal. I have a series of hole saws or uni bits that will do the trick. These things are great because I can actually use them to put chamfers on holes, clean up those holes so you don't have to actually finish them out with sandpaper or anything. You just run it in and put a chamfer. Really nice little feature to these guys. They're not cheap, but definitely good to have in your toolbox. So I have a series of those, and the reason why I have a series is because these smaller ones will actually drill it faster, and then these guys will do the final hole. And that's only because this thing's almost worn out. I probably should get a new one. So that's why I'm using these guys. But this guy will go up to, what size will it go up to? I can't even remember. 1 3/8. So if I bury this thing all the way through the aluminum, I will have a 1 3/8 hole. You saw in the other part of the video where I used these to bore through the seat framing. So use those. Probably just go ahead and use this up to 1 1/4 inch. All right, let's go ahead and first off, I'm going to start out with a pilot drill bit. Okay, and we are going to if I can find my hole punch. There we go. We're going to go ahead and put a hole punch here, and that'll start or give me a good start. So take a look at what I got here. Pretty happy with the design. It fit nicely. Yeah, notched it out to go underneath the floorboards there. It comes on in. Just basically this side dead ends underneath there. The other side I'll actually be bringing the electrical up the stock location up through that sidewall there, and then up through the dash, and then into the dash. So I think this worked out pretty nice. I mean, I could have used the electrical channel that was originally there, but like I said at the beginning of the last video, I'm not going to have carpet there, so it won't be able to hide that electrical. So I wanted to bring the electrical a little bit lower and put it underneath everything and hide it with the carpet. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with this look. Now I just got to get those floorboards mounted. So that's going to be a little bit tricky, but I'll figure it out. Just like anything else, you got to take it one step at a time. All right, guys. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Off Axis Builds. I got that electrical tubing installed. I got my floorboards notched around that electrical tubing. So I'm just one step closer to getting some electrical ran in this car. But before I do that, I want to get the rest of the car finished up as far as body work and painting goes. And then once that's done, I can start running electrical wires and getting interior in and getting it on its way. All right, guys, thanks for joining me on another episode. Remember, guys, it's always built, not bought. See you on the next one.